Okay, how's it going, everybody? And happy freaking holidays to you all. I'm gonna do a quick review real quick. I'm just gonna review a holiday movie. Just this one for today. I'm just gonna take a break from video games for now. I'm gonna talk about a pretty good classic movie that came out a long time ago, like 21 years ago. And yes, I'm aware that the actor who narrates the story and that plays the elf, played by Bob Newhart, is no longer around, which is sad. But Will Ferrell used to be great back in the day in the movies. Despite he was in Lego Movie 1 and 2, which in the second movie was a cameo. He was in Jay and Silent Bob, which I'll get to very, very soon. But now I'm just going to talk about the movie called Elf, which is a pretty good, simple movie for me to explain in the rest of it. I'm already all bundled up and nice and warm. I mean, those of you who have your warm cocoa, or basically you drink soda like I do. But don't worry, I drink ginger ale this time, which I got from my dad. I'll just show a little bit of this.
What you want? He's a liar.
The story is kind of simple. Oh, a story about him. And that ends up in the North Pole. Gets raised by elves. Despite of his human-sized body, that he's taller than them. The story's kind of, well, easy to explain. Once he's all grown up, he has to meet his real dad, who's on Santa's naughty list. And then he has to go to New York City to make him change his mind, to enjoy the happy holidays, Eve of Christmas. I will not give too much away, those of you who have not watched the movie yet. It's pretty hilarious, and has famous quotes like, "You're an elf." He's an angry elf, which is pretty funny. That Peter Dinklage is in that, because they have to pay his mortgage and all that stuff. Payment.
Your costume is pretty.
Oh, it's not a costume. I'm an elf.
Oh.
Well, technically I'm a human, but I was raised by elves.
New Line Cinema presents the story of one elf who's coming home for Christmas.
Boy, can't wait to see my dad. We're gonna go ice skating.
Plus, his dad's kind of a so-called workaholic and has no time to look after his own grandson. That's why he already got kids of his own. Alright, brother and sister to them. And most likely his wife. And a bit of wacky humor in it.
I think someone said you were Christmas Graham.
We should call security. Good idea. I like to whisper too.
Buddy's experiencing a world he never knew existed.
But he's your son. What am I gonna do? He's certifiably insane.
Discovering what it takes to fit in. And going where no elf has gone before.
What he needs is to be nurtured. Bring him home. Introduce him to Emily and Michael.
How long do you think you'll be with us?
I was thinking, like, forever. He cannot stay here.
Can't just throw him out in the snow.
He loves the snow. He's told me 15 times. Ow! Son of a
Plus-
nutcracker!
Plus, this part's pretty funny too. That's how to throw snowballs. Pretty good.
Where did you say you were from?
This holiday season.
I think you're beautiful, and my tongue swells up
And has a
and around you.
love crush on her.
Plan out our whole day. thought maybe we could make gingerbread houses and maybe even hold hands.
For a tall tale
Or we can get the star on top.
of elfish proportions. I got it. Will Ferrell.
Okay, people, Santa's coming to town. Oh my God! I know him. I know him.
Elf.
Do you remember me?
It's been in Richmond.
I know. I'm in work clothes. I didn't know you had elf hair.
You're hilarious, my friend.
Did you have to borrow a reindeer to get down here?
Hey, you feeling strong, my friend? Call me Elf one more time.
He's an angry elf.
That never gets old.
Look at you! Ow! Buddy the elf, what's your favorite color for this now?
Like I said, he's hilarious. Anyhow, the movie's pretty simple that he tries to make sure he gets on the nice list. This will be his own grandson. And he wants to be with him forever. I mean, those of you who love Will Ferrell movies, you'll find this one quite enjoyable. So I'm not gonna make this review too long. I'm just kind of gonna do my thing. And tonight, I'm gonna relax and enjoy the show. I do remember there's like a raccoon that attacks him, and which is actually pretty funny. There's like a bit of stop motion with characters that I like in the classic, hold on a second, Rankin Bass cartoons of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Frosty the Snowman, all that stuff. I do remember reviewing Frosty the Snowman a long time ago, and I barely talk about the Rankin Bass movies, most of them. I'm kind of doing my thing about these kind of films. I mean, I already reviewed like a few of those Home Alone movies, and I will not talk about the 4th or 5th one. Most of those are pretty bad, and so is the 6th one. So I'm just gonna say, Elf is a pretty good holiday movie, if you're interested in that kind of hilarious Elf film. What's the word for it? Comical relief stuff. I think my favorite part where he eats the spaghetti with lots of sweets. It's on how dirty and messy he is. It is kind of disgusting, but somehow pretty funny. So, I'm not going to give too much away if you want to watch the whole entire movie for yourself. I would say it's an hour and 50 minutes long, like most holiday movies we watch nowadays. Take a long time to get to some good pointers there. Heck, they even did a stop-motion cartoon, which I'm not kidding, was actually a thing back in the day. This movie was so popular back then, they had to do like a short one. I mean, those of you who love the movie Elf, you'll have a great time talking about this. The subject credit, they already talked about it, aka Doug Walker. And most people already talked about this movie for the past centuries, since the beginning of the year 2007. I mean, if you love these great actors and how funny these members are, you'll have a wonderful holiday time with this film. It's actually one of the most funniest films I ever watched. It made me chuckle at a few parts. I mean, if you love seeing Will Ferrell make a dum-dum of himself, you'll find him way funnier in this movie. I find it like intriguingly good story. It's plainly simple to have one funny actor that's been doing acting for a very long time, since the 80s and 90s. in 2010s and 20s. I find Will Ferrell to be one of the most creative comedy relief actors I ever known. It's hard for me to decide on which movies I kind of like him in. So, I would say one of my favorite movies he was in was, I'm gonna say Curious George, which he plays the Ted, the one with the yellow suit on. I might actually get to talk about that movie very soon. I don't usually talk about most likely kid trilogy movies based off the storybooks. I find him kind of a great actor back in the day. That might have been the first time I ever heard his voice, or a Jay and Silent Bob movie in the early 2000s. He's like the most perfect actor roles in these kind of movies. Except he didn't appear in Curious George 2. Oh, just a different actor. I mean, in the movie, Alpha is quite impressive to these actor roles. And I'm pretty sure the actor who played Santa is Ed Asner himself. That does a pretty good Santa Claus. Also, so the actors that played the parents and most likely the little brother, the whole cast do a pretty good job in their movie roles. I find it, let's say the word incredible. I like enjoying the movie a lot more back then when I was younger. It does give me such joy to see how they make great holiday movies back in the day. I might talk about some old Christmas movies very soon. I'm just gonna take a break from gameplay. That's all I can say. If you love watching the movie Alf with Will Ferrell, you'll have a stupendous time watching this film. Thank you all for watching.
I'm your ghost of Christmas present.
This is the Outline. Signing off.